Bet you're wondering why you're here. Well, let me start where all good stories start. In the middle. See, I'm something of a rogue agent these days, but it didn't used to be that way. I'd toe the line and do what I was told. But strange things kept happening. I used to think I was one of the good guys, but a lot of it would go unnoticed, and I'd find excuses to explain away what I had seen. But eventually, I just couldn't let it keep going the way it had been. Something had to be done. It's okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. It had been a hot summer. I mean, it usually was a hot summer, but this time it felt different. Sticky. I was on a routine abductee investigation. Most of these guys were considered to be crazy people, or someone looking for media attention or government handouts. We'd show up, ask a few questions, realise that they were wasting our time, and head on back to base. Those were some long road trips. But like I said, something felt different about this time. This guy's house had an energy to it. From the second I walked in, I had the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, and a tingling sensation. It was like back in school when some kid would scrape their fingernails down the chalkboard. You always hated that? Yeah, well, it certainly put me on edge. Anyway, this guy, usually abductees would just be clearly crazy, but this guy, he was straighter than an arrow. He was more normal than you or me. Yeah, for once, I really actually believed him. Yeah, I recorded that interview. You want to hear some?
They put these things, the aliens put anal probes up here. We know nothing like that. It's like they test these things. They put sensors all over my body, especially my head, my neck, and my arms. What kind of sensors? No idea what they were trying to measure. No, all I know is they put these things on me and they test them to get a reaction. They wouldn't stop till they were satisfied. Satisfied how? What kind of tests were they? Well, they play sounds at me. They had this boombox, I guess you call it. It was like a weird creepy version, slimy alien thing. They play all kinds of stuff to me and measure my response. It's like all humans and stuff from Earth. But they had this collection of sounds from here. Eventually, after testing a bunch of sounds, they'd leave me alone for a while. I mean, just leave you be. Nothing else. How long were you there? I couldn't tell. It felt like months. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. What are you guys going to do about this? That's classified information.
Yeah, so the guy seemed pretty legit. no one had ever described what he did until that day. Of course, now I know who's telling the truth. Well, you don't believe me. Look, I don't really care if you do or not. I'm just here to do my job. So listen up. Now those audio files, they'd been downloading them from all across the internet. The wind in the trees, a box of matches, footsteps in the snow, all kinds of crap. All these signals that we send off into space without any regard for who might be listening in. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Why would they be testing humans' reactions to random sounds? Yeah, they had a master plan. They were developing an anti-human weapon. Not to destroy us, but to temporarily immobilize us. Imagine for a second, an entire army all of a sudden becomes useless and weak, ineffective at the push of a button. Yeah, that was their strategy. They'd found a way to trigger something in our immune system, and they'd been researching various stimuli for decades. Nowadays we call it the alien sensory meridian response, or you can call it ASMR for short. It's kind of like the fingernails on a chalkboard, but on a massive scale. They were developing like a sound gun that blasts the audio at you and triggers a response. And they were trying to find the best triggers. You know, I've learned some of them. I could show you if you like. It'll be fine. Just lay your head back and relax. Won't hurt a bit. Okay. I met a little old lady who told me that she was abducted, and one of the sounds they played to her was nitrile gloves. Here. You're right here. Nitrile gloves. And then your left ear. Gloves. Do you feel anything? Is this triggering your alien sensory meridian response? I already mentioned the matchbox. tell me what are the things they played to her was bubble wrap. Is it triggering you? Do you feel anything? She told me one of the most powerful and effective ones is this. Brushing. And your right here. And your left ear. Do you feel anything? do anything? See, if you're anything like me, you might even have felt a response there. Did any of that trigger you? I mean, The strange thing is, as time went by, I'd speak to more abductees and another pattern emerged. A lot of them were, they seemed to have enjoyed their experience, and they'd try and go back to where they had been abducted and do what they had been doing and try and get the ET's attention. Yeah, something about the tingles, I suppose, is maybe a false sense of security from being made to feel weak and sleepy. Who knows? But maybe next time someone tells you they've been abducted, you'll give a thought to what's happened. Yeah. After all, you shouldn't forget about the Tinglephiles. But I think that about does it for our meeting today. Don't worry, you'll be taken back to where you were taken from. But until we meet again.